Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariot saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, surely it is the king of Israel. And they turned aside to fight against him. And Jehoshaphat cried out.
Hey, man, I ain't the king. You cried out, I ain't the king. I just got on this coat. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him.
Understand that Joseph thought he could outsmart the prophecy of God. He thought, not Joseph, but the king of Israel thought he could outsmart God and dress up Jehoshaphat and tell him, look, you just wear this. But God did one little thing with a bow and arrow. Look at what he did with a bow and arrow. Go ahead.
And a certain man drew a bow at a venture, and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto the driver of his chariot, turn thine hand and carry me out of the host, so I am wounded.
So God got a sniper who drew an arrow and shot it, and he hit the king of Israel, who was disguised like he was somebody, like he was Jehoshaphat, hit him dead in the chest and killed him. He thought he got away. You can't disguise yourself with God. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. These numbers don't mean jack with God. Go ahead.
And the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians, and died at evening. And the blood ran out of the womb into the midst of the chariot.
Didn't he prophesy and tell them that this was going to happen? He told them that, but they had strength in numbers, 400 prophets. Said, go up, O king. And you had one Israelite telling him, don't go, king, you're going to die. You're going to die. Don't have strength in numbers because everybody's saying one thing at the same time. No. Look at the world today. The world is telling us a whole bunch of lies.
Amen.
And they are following along with them. Just making you understand that. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7. I'll show y'all God don't deal in numbers. A lot of them, he deal in the few. It's going to be a few to find this. I used to be so focused on the numbers, how to build a congregation. Get everybody in. I used to be so focused on that. But God said, man, you ain't read the book. Ain't but a few gonna find this. What you worried about that for? I'm looking at Boo and them, I'm looking at Elijah and them. I'm like, man, I need to grow up like them. Them boys been doing, them men been doing it 40 years. That's a long time. And I'm popping up in here going on 10. I'm a baby in the thing. But give me time. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. I'm going to show y'all God does not deal in large groups. Verse 13, go ahead, brother.
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Yes, sir.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Many there be which go in thereat.
One of them 400 prophets telling the king to go up. Led him to destruction. Many gonna go up in there. And he got dealt with that bow and arrow. Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
So I told you, ain't but a few gonna find this, y'all. But if you count yourself just blessed for opportunity to take hold of this Sabbath day and follow this law. As best as you can. Ain't nobody perfect. As best as you can, follow it. It's a few gonna make it in. Just hope you be one of them. Hope I be one of them. Because I ain't telling you I'm gonna make it in. I'm hoping I can hold on. What do he say next verse? Go ahead.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves.
How many false prophets the king of Israel had? 400. Sheep's clothing, meaning that they were preachers. They came to him telling him to go up. But you had one that was a servant, which is Micaiah. He said, no, don't go up. He didn't look like them. He was simple, but he had the word of God. Go ahead, jump down to verse 21.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
See, I told you, these church folks he talking about. Lord, Lord, ain't no Muslim calling out Jesus like that. Ain't no Buddhist, no Hindu. All these people calling out Yeshua and all this stuff. They ain't calling out Yah. Whichever words you want to use. They calling out their God, Buddha, Sun Myung Moon. There's so many different gods out there. He said he talking about church-going folk right here. Now everyone said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom. Go ahead.
Shall not enter into the
Thank
kingdom of
you.
heaven.
Shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven.
See, they don't know the will. You don't know the will? Read Psalm 48. The will is the commandments, y'all. The commandment. You don't even know 10. How you gonna get in?
Come on, brother.
I gotta tell you all the time, I always give a challenge. Quote me the 10 commandments. I give you $100. Not y'all, man. Y'all know. I hope you know. Quote me. Very few people can get this. None. I ain't found one yet. But you saying you going with God when he come back here. How? Your action gonna put you in the lake of fire because you don't know the commandments, you're not following. That's period. He giving us a fair chance. Don't take it by coincidence that you hearing me or hearing the man of Israel talking about this. It's not a coincidence. God has chosen you because he's seen something in you so you can hear this.
Come on, bro.
He chosen you.
Amen.
I don't choose nobody.
Amen.
I just put it out there. He said, beware these false prophets because many gonna come up. What they gonna be doing, here? Go ahead.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Wait a minute, have we prophesied in Jesus' name? Yeah, Jesus, you the dead. Yeah, Yahshua, you the dead. They'll do Yah all day long. They do all this stuff there. But they not following the word of God. Go ahead.
And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works.
You see how that many, the faith in numbers, what we talking about, the title is, have faith not in numbers, but God. Many. They do all this stuff. They do miracles. Satan got power to do miracles, cast out devils. He play the game. If that's what you want to see, he gonna give it to you.
Yes, he will.
This is church folk right here, false prophet folk, who supposedly saying they going to heaven. And we know you ain't going nowhere. Heaven is gonna be on this earth. It's coming to us. What God gonna say? Go ahead.
And then will I confess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
He said, then will I profess unto you, I never knew you. Even though you said Jesus. I never knew you. See, you got a doctrine out here. All they tell these people, they bring them up before the church, they'll say, all you got to do is confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, you saved. That's a lie. That's a big lie. Don't you ever believe that. It's a part of it. You cannot give part of the truth. There's no such thing as part of the truth. That's just like me. This is like a woman coming up and telling me she a little pregnant. How you gonna be a little pregnant? Or I got a little HIV. How you gonna have a little this and a little that? It's all or nothing. Period. He said, I never knew you. Because I gave you this book to follow and you just ran through it like it was nothing. I'm a New Testament Christian. You better read this old book. We finished with that? Okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 1. Let me show you all about Israel and how God chose us as a nation. It wasn't about no numbers at all. Deuteronomy 7 and 1. Go ahead, brother.
When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgasites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
So Israel has 7 nations greater than them. He said, once I bring you out of Egypt, I'm going to bring you into the promised land, and you're going to have a whole bunch of people there who are greater than you. But don't worry, I got you. You with me. But the Israelites, you know the story. We got scared. We like grasshoppers over there. All this stuff because they saw giants in the land. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just showing you that God is not concerned about numbers. Go ahead, verse 2.
And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
God said, when I bring you to this land, I want you to smite them. Smite them. Take them out because I'm with you. I tell people all the time, I'd rather have a small following with a lot of warriors in here. If I got 10, 15 people versus 1,000, we'll take them down. You know why? Because Jesus sent them out 2 by 2, and they were taking them down. He didn't take but 2. He sent 12 disciples out to the whole world. And you think you got to have a big congregation to minister to the world? No. You just got to have the knowledge of God.
Come on. Amen.
It don't take nothing big. But the power that's inside of us is big. Jump down to verse 6. Let me show you about Israel, why we were so special. Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yes, sir.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We can see some of that special stuff going on now. Can't nobody run faster than us. Can't nobody dance faster than us. Can't nobody cook better than us. Can't nobody dress better than us. Can't nobody have fashion better than us. But we are operating without the law. That's why we divide.
Come on, brother. Tell the truth.
That's why we can't get together. You want unity in this world? Get this law, you will unify Israel. But this is what I'm talking about right here, about numbers in Israel. Go ahead.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, not chose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
You were the fewest, and still is today. I know they tell you that the population of black folks is bigger. Not Israel. You might talk about black people like the Africans. Africans and Israelites are totally different. Y'all going off skin color. We going off heritage. We can trace our heritage back to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and understand that we were sold to our slave masters for 400 years. And we still, that's you talk about the captivity before the flood and after the flood, whichever one you want to do. This is what God telling them, we were few in numbers. Because he knew, as long as you with me, you can cover a lot of ground. But a lot of us, we won't do it. We will not do it. Let's go to Mark chapter 6 and 1. Another thing we can be sure when people have faith in numbers, very few of your family members going to accept this. The people in your hometown, even the ones in your household. It's been written. Because you can't fake it with God. Have faith in God, not numbers. Mark chapter 6 and verse 1. Go ahead, brother.
And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples followed him.
This is Jesus coming into his own country. When did he come in his own country? Go ahead.
And when the Sabbath day will come.
Wait. The Sabbath?
The Sabbath.
So we doing the same thing Jesus doing. On the day, the Sabbath day, coming in the church and doing exactly as our Lord and Savior. Fewer numbers are doing this. Go ahead.
And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue.
Wait. We teaching in the synagogue? Synagogue is church. You're supposed to come together on the 7th day and teach. 6 days, he gave you to do whatever you want to do within reason. But on the 7th day, it's totally about him, the God of Israel. Refrain from all your work, your activity, your talk, and all this stuff. Buying and selling, all this stuff. It's all about him on this day.
Come on.
Go ahead.
And many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence has this man these things? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands?
See, they looking at Jesus like, man, where does man get this knowledge from? We never heard this before. Who are you? Where you get this knowledge from? You know, when many of y'all took this to y'all family member, what they tell you? Where you get this mess from? Who you learned this from? Your own family member gonna chop you down. Understand, but don't hold it against them. Don't do like I did with the M16 with the blasting. Tearing them down with the scripture every moment I can do it. Just give it to them, let them chop on them a little bit and come back a little later. Because you don't want to make them not come to you later on. But anyway, keep going. He talking about Jesus here, talking about who is this boy? Then they gonna figure it out. Go ahead.
Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary?
Call him a carpenter. There ain't no carpenter. Is that Jeff the barber? All you know how to do is cut hair. Oh, go ahead. I ain't trying to put myself on the level of God to give you some illustration. Go ahead.
The brother of James and Joseph and Judah and Simon. And are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him.
See, all of them was offended. His family members. People in his own, his kin, all of them was offended because, you know, when you start speaking like this, like we speak in Israel, that thing, that we perfect. The man of God who talking like this. But we have to talk in this sense, like, all right, give it the same way God will give it to you. When the angel showed up, they talked in the first person like God. This is how he did it. But they can't separate the two. Who do you think he is? I remember when you used to do this. I remember when you used to do that. Right. I remember this and that. This is all they can do. They're not focusing on the word of God.
Amen.
We all do it. Go ahead.
But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own house.
You ain't gonna have no honor. They're not gonna honor you like you're a man of God. Someone will call you a devil. In your own country, we stay in Georgia, in your own city, Albany, or Washington County where I'm from, in your own household, your family that amongst you. Understand that this is gonna happen, but don't hold it against him. Because we wrestle not against what?
Flesh and blood.
But principalities are high being, the powers of wickedness, we wrestle against that. In high places. Amen. Understand that. This is what he's telling us right here. Look, this is gonna happen. So get equipped. Keep going.
And he could there do no mighty work.
What? He couldn't do no mighty works. He couldn't help them. He couldn't do no mighty work because all they were focused on this Mary and Joseph boy. This boy right here, I remember him, this and that. He ain't no God. Who is he? Just like they're gonna tell you, I done raised you up, young boy. I remember you used to pee in the bed. I remember I used to give you all kind of money. I remember I used to do all this stuff for you. Who you to tell me something? This is how they looked at Jesus. Go ahead.
And he could there do no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk and healed them.
How many?
A few.
A few. A few gonna receive this, y'all. Get it in your mind. I just want to focus on that. God is not focused on large numbers.
Amen.
He focused on you focusing on him first. Go ahead.
And he marveled because of their unbelief. And he went round about the villages teaching.
Like the brother was telling me this morning, he like, man, some people just ain't gonna get it, Jeff. That's what you said, Eddie. Some people just ain't gonna get it. You can talk to you blue in the face, they just ain't gonna get it. No, it ain't for them to get it. God is the one got to give the increase. You just plant the seed there. You just water it.
Come on.
And then he sees fit when he find out, oh, they serious now. I'm gonna increase their mind. That's how I learned this stuff, believe me. Because I hate reading. For real, I used to hate it. But when I found out my butt was gonna burn the lake of fire, I went to reading. That increased everything. God said, he really scared of me. Let me go ahead and increase him a little bit. People that know me from back then, they know I'm always on the background. Let anybody go up and talk before me. I didn't want to do this at all. If I can find somebody that want to do this, I'll let them have it. Because it's great punishment if you don't do it right. This thing is serious up here. Y'all think, oh, this is a glorified position. No, it ain't. I'm going to be beaten with many stripes versus y'all, because I taught y'all. If I teach you something wrong, it's going to be penalized on me. That's what I'm scared of. But anyway, go ahead.
Verse 7, and he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by 2 and 2.
How many? 12.
Exactly.
2 by 2. There ain't no great company, great army to go out there and minister the word of God. 2 by 2, they went in all the word ministry. It don't take that many people to do this. Go ahead.
And gave them power over unclean spirits.
This is what you want. That power. That power over unclean spirits. We got 2 more. Then we finish. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 6. Let me show you something right here about not looking with your eyes. Oh, yeah. 3 more here. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. We go to get a little ahead of ourselves. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Let me get that first. See, with God, He used the weak and foolish stuff to mess your mind up. Can you imagine how these people going to react when God revealed that we are the Israelites? They're going to be saying, them niggas like what? They the chosen people. They're going to be in awe like, what? No. They looking for the white Messiah.
Yes, they are.
And when they see this black Jesus coming back with locks, killing folk, they can say, oh, we got another we got to take down. They're going to try to mount up an army on them. I get it. I understand what it's going down to. They hate us now. So when Jesus come back, they're going to hate him even more because he's going to look like us. He's going to look like us. Because we've been brainwashed to saying that the white Jesus that your mom and dad had on the wall in the house, oh, that Jesus right there.
Oh, yeah.
You can't tell me that, boy. That Jesus right there.
Oh, yeah, they said we had it.
Yes, sir. But let me show you how God will use weak stuff to confound the people who call themselves wise with a lot of materialistic stuff. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 25. Go ahead, brother.
Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men.
He telling you right now the foolishness of God. It's foolish for us to say, if I say this one thing, y'all, some people gonna look at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna be God one day if I make it in the resurrection. That's foolish. For the word in it, like, didn't Joker say he gonna be God? God is creating a whole family of God.
Come on, bro. Amen.
It's only 2 in the Godhead right now. So he coming back to make a whole family. It's foolishness to the world. Oh, what are you talking about? He gonna be God. Like, he called himself a God down there. No, you read the book. God called me God. He said, isn't it written in your book that I call ye gods?
Yes, it said it.
We just got the little G version right now. We just got this flesh and blood. But once we get that spiritual body, ooh, they got all its own then. That's what I want. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not mighty men, not many noble are called.
See, he ain't looking for great men after the flesh. Not many wise men who got all this science, Scientology, all this science. Wait, how can you say Jesus had no father and mother when the Messiah was born of a virgin birth? They trying to do science. I'm trying to figure out how that sun ain't went out yet. And it burned 24/7, 7 days a week. You tell me that, then we'll deal with this flesh stuff.
Come on.
How? How you create that? Well, they said the Big Bang Theory. Who created the Big Bang? We can go all day now. If you tell me something, I'm gonna say, who created that? Who created that? Who created that?
Created it all.
Eve will go all the way back to God.
Yes.
You gotta understand that. But he used the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, not the mighty. Go ahead.
But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Mm-hmm.
And God has chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Yes, sir. This is what we weak right now. Weak. We tell people that you follow us, you're gonna have eternal life. What y'all got? I ain't got no big church. I ain't got money. I ain't got nothing. How we gonna follow y'all? Israelites that preaching this law, they're not gonna follow us like that. Only the ones that in the wisdom of God will understand who we are as a nation. They'll say, well, you know what? They do match up with Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Yes, yes.
And you have more and more white people waking up to this. They're waking up. They're accepting this more than Israel.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're waking up to this. Go ahead, verse 28.
And base things of the world and things which are despised has God chosen.
What's base? The low thing.
Amen.
Who lower than Israel? Who lower than the black people in America? Who's the lowest? Man, they shoot them down like dogs out here in these streets. Oh, he resisted. He looked at me funny. Bow, bow. This is what they're so scared of us. But it's that curse that built in us to make that man shoot and kill our children. You are a bad parent if you hold this from your kids and tell them how to protect them. This curse that on us, it's built in. We can't get around it. We can't. You tell me why they follow us all the time. 4 black men in the car, automatically, woo, we're gonna put them on. 4 white guys in the car, automatically, oh, they're going to go have fun, they're going to the beach. They don't say that. Why? Because of that curse in Deuteronomy chapter 28.
That's right.
And people say, man, how can you say that? I can read it. But, keep going. Yeah, leaning back now.
And base things of the world and things which are despised has God chosen, yea,
Yes, sir.
and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are.
So he chose the base thing of the world to bring the mighty down. Let me give you an example. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8. Just giving you an example so you can go back and read these scriptures and say, you know what? Okay, it makes sense. Got one more after this, but you know. 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8. Let me show y'all how God uses people that do not have very much against people who have a lot. And it don't make sense. You think they should take them up, they should beat them up, they should destroy them. But watch how God works. 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8. Go ahead.
Then the king of Syria warred against Israel, took counsel with his servants, saying,
Yes, sir.
in such and such a place shall be my camp.
Go ahead.
And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down.
So the man of God tells him, don't come in this place, the Syrians coming down. But go ahead.
And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him, and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once, not twice.
So he came down anyway. Go ahead.
Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel?
His heart was sore because he's like, man, what's going on? He trying to understand what's going on. Why are you telling me I can't do this? Go ahead.
And one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel. Tell the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
He telling him he knows everything we're doing because God is telling him in his mind. He's like, who knew that we were going out to take Syria? But he said, Elisha the prophet knew. Go ahead.
And he said, go and spy where he is,
Mhm.
that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan.
Go get him. I want him.
Therefore send he thither horses and chariots and a great host.
Here we go again with them large numbers. Israel gets scared when they got large numbers. When people come at you with a large number and want to take you out just because you tell the truth, don't get scared. Learn who with you. You can't see those angels with you. They here. They here right now. Go ahead.
And they came by night and compassed the city about.
So they had all this large host of army came and compassed him all about, surrounded him, surrounded Elisha.